Hello children, I hope you all are well. Today again we are going to continue same chapter, that is chapter 2, motion part 4. Now children, here we are going to study distance and displacement. Suppose children, this point A is your home and this point C is your school. Okay, and road is constructed in two ways. Suppose here is a point B, this is your home and this is your school. At point C it is your school, and road is constructed in two ways. Suppose first road is from A to B and then from B to C to reach from your home to school. Okay, and second road is directly from A to C. Second road is directly from A to C. Okay, so suppose if I ask you which is the shortest possible distance to reach from your home to school, so what will be your answer? First answer will be, maybe some of you say that it is either from A to B and then from B to C, and maybe other children may say that the shortest possible distance to reach from home to school is directly AC. Okay, and this shortest possible distance to reach at any point is known as your displacement. Okay, so children, what is displacement? Displacement of a body is defined as the shortest possible distance covered by it between its initial and final position. So displacement is your shortest possible distance. Here same thing is given in this diagram also. Suppose you have to reach from point A to point C. So there are two ways. Either you go from point A to B and then from point B to C. Okay, and there is one more way to reach from point A to C, and I suppose that way is the shortest way. Yes or no? That is directly from A to C. That is from point A to point C. This is the shortest possible way to reach from point A to point C, and the shortest possible distance covered between its initial, which is the initial position, that is your initial position is your A, and final position, that is your C, is known as your displacement. Okay children, what is displacement? Displacement is the shortest possible distance covered by a body between its initial and final position. मीन्स अगर आपको पॉइंट ए से पॉइंट सी पे जाना है तो विच इज द शॉर्टेस्ट पॉसिबल डिस्टेंस? दैट इज डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम पॉइंट ए टू सी इज योर शॉर्टेस्ट पॉसिबल distance. Yes or no? And the shortest possible distance between its initial position, that is your point A, and final position, that is your point C, is known as your displacement. I hope children I am clear to you. Now one more thing children, that displacement always takes place in a fixed direction. Displacement always takes place in a fixed direction or a specific direction. See, again and again I am saying that here the body is going from, or the object is moving from point A to point C. If the person has to reach from point A to point C, the person will travel in a specific direction or fixed direction. That is from point A to point C. So here what I am saying, suppose if I say that person is going in a fixed direction, so it means that displacement is taking place, displacement always takes place in a fixed direction. Okay, displacement always takes place in a fixed direction. Means if the person is moving from point A to point C, means the person is moving in a fixed direction. We will say that displacement is taking place in a fixed direction, and the shortest possible distance covered between two positions, that is initial and final position, and in a fixed direction, is known as your displacement. Displacement हमेशा एक fixed direction में होता है. That is here if the displacement is taking from point A to point C, so we will say that displacement is taking from A to C, not from C to A. Okay, displacement always takes place in a fixed direction. I hope children I am clear to you. Now one more thing, that displacement of a object or a body is always in a form of a straight line. Displacement always takes place in a straight line. Suppose this is point A. This is point B. Okay, this is point B. So this displacement always takes, if a person is moving from point A to point B, means I am saying person is moving from point A to point B, means it is moving in a fixed direction. Okay. Secondly, it is moving between two position, that is initial and final position, and in a particular direction, and also the direction of the motion is in a straight line. So hence this is your displacement. So displacement of a body is the shortest possible distance. Okay, and it is this distance covered in a displacement is always in the form of a straight line and in a fixed direction. I hope children I am clear to you. Okay, now coming to distance. Now what is distance? Distance traveled by a moving body is the actual length, the very important point, actual length covered by it. Now coming to same diagram or same figure, suppose the person has to reach from point A to point C. So I told you that shortest possible distance between point A to point C is directly AC. Okay, AC, that is taking place in a fixed direction, that is your displacement. And suppose if the person has to reach from point A to point C and person covers an actual path. Actual path means suppose the person first reaches to point B and then from B to C. So here person, what he is doing? This person is covering a actual path. Okay, it is not considered about direction. Person is going from, first of all, from point A to B. Okay, and then from B to C. So here the person is covering the actual length of the path. And when the person covers the actual length of the path, then that is known as your distance. Okay, what is distance? Distance is when the body or the object covers the actual length of the path. Okay, so for reaching from point A to C, which was the actual length of the path or the total length that a person can cover to reach from point A to C? That is from A to B plus B to C. This is the actual length covered by a body to reach from point A to C. Okay, so in case of distance, children, we are not considered about direction. Here we are only considered about the magnitude or numerical value or the actual length of the path. Okay, means here we are not considered that in which direction it is going. We are only considering that how much length, how much total length the object is covering. In case of distance, we only considered how much total or actual length object is covering. We are not considered about direction. ओके, डिस्टेंस के केस में हमें डायरेक्शन नहीं चाहिए होता है. वी ओनली कंसिडर्ड अबाउट द एक्चुअल पाथ. अगर हमें किसी एक पॉइंट से दूसरे पॉइंट पे जाना है तो वट एवर विल बी द एक्चुअल पाथ द ऑब्जेक्ट इज कवरिंग, दैट इज नोन एज योर डिस्प्लेसमेंट. Sorry, distance means we are only considered about the numerical value and not the direction. So here to reach from point A to C, which will be the total length that a object can cover, the total length it can cover actually, that is from A to B. I told you in distance we consider about total length that an object can, or the total or actual length that an object can cover. So what all are the possible length that an object can cover? That is from A to B and then from B to C. So here we are not considering about direction, only we are considering about the length of the path. Suppose here 5 and then 10. So here we are considering only about the length of the path. Okay, and it is not necessary that distance of the object, that distance is not necessary to take place always in a straight form. It may be, suppose there is 2 point A and point B. So suppose the actual length of the path that a person can cover is this. Okay, and the shortest length is this. So this shortest length, okay, this I am making this dotted line. This is your displacement to reach from point A to point B, and which is the actual length or the total length that an object can cover. This curved path is your total length. So in case of distance, we are only considered about the length or the distance covered, not direction, whereas in displacement we consider about both length plus direction. And which type of length? Shortest possible length that an object can cover. So I hope children I am clear. So here in this diagram, if the person has to cover the distance, so he is covering from A to B, then from B to C. Here we are not considered about direction. We are only taking the length of the path. Whereas in displacement, we are taking the length also as well as the direction. But which kind of a length? Shortest possible distance that a person can cover in a particular direction. I hope children I am clear to you. Now children, coming to next thing, that the SI unit of distance and displacement. Now since children, distance and displacement both are expressed in the form of length, so the SI unit of both distance and displacement is same, that is meter, small m. Okay, one more thing children, I want to tell you that do remember all the units. Okay, all the units, because in exam units also come, okay, to write. Now coming to example 1, here this example is very important children. These types of questions come in your exam also. Okay, so just pay attention. Now here we are talking about direction also. Now according to map children, you know there are 4 direction: north, south, east, west. When you are going to do these types of question, do make this direction so that it is easy to solve the question. Now here it is saying children that an object moves 6 km due west. Now 6 km due west. There is an object. Suppose that object moves 6 km due west. Now west, first of all I told you will make this direction also. Now west is in which direction? Left side. So 6 km due west means, suppose the object was initially here, it is moving 6 km west. So west means it is moving to this direction, 6 km. Yes. Okay, west is in this direction. Okay. Now and then 8 km due north. Now where is north? North is at upward. So after reaching from point this to point this, it is moving 8 km due north. So north upward hai. So it is moving 8 km due north. Okay children. So first of all object moves 6 km due west and then 8 km due north. Now find the distance covered by the object and the displacement. Now you have to find the distance covered by the object and displacement. Now suppose children, if I join this line, suppose if I join this line, so is it forming a triangle or not? Yes. And which kind of a triangle is it forming? Right angle triangle. You know right angle triangle? A triangle in which one angle is 90 degree. Yes. Right angle triangle is like this, in which one angle is 90 degree. Right angle triangle. Yes or no children? Right angle triangle में एक angle 90 degree होता है. So this when the object moves, it is saying that an object moves. Initially the object was here. So when the object moves 6 km due west, here it is west. As I told you, north, south, east, west. So object moves 6 km west. Yes. And then from here it is moving 8 km due north. So north ऊपर है, 8 km due north. And when we will join this line, so it will form a right angle triangle. Yes or no? You know right angle triangle, a triangle in which one angle is 90 degree. So it is forming a right angle triangle. Now you have to find the distance covered by the object and the displacement. Now person, suppose this is point A, this is point B, this is point C. And person is moving from point A to B. Okay, that is, it is moving towards west 6 km. And then from point B to C, that is north 8 km. Now you have to find the distance. Now what is distance children? Distance, I told you that distance is the Actual length covered by the object, actual length that an object can cover, और द पॉसिबल एक्चुअल लेंथ दैट अ ऑब्जेक्ट कैन कवर. तो अगर पॉइंट ए से पॉइंट सी पे जाना है तो विच इज द एक्चुअल लेंथ, एक्चुअल और द टोटल लेंथ दैट एन ऑब्जेक्ट कवर. कौन सी पूरी टोटल लेंथ ऑब्जेक्ट कवर कर सकता है? दैट इज फ्रॉम ए टू बी, दैट इज ए बी, एंड देन फ्रॉम बी टू सी, दैट इज प्लस बी सी. यस और नो? नाउ व्हाट इज ए बी? ए बी की कितनी लेंथ दी हुई है? 6 किलोमीटर. ओके, प्लस बी सी कितना दिया हुआ है? 8 kilometer. So 8 plus 6, that is 14 kilometer. So this is your actual length that a object can cover to reach at point C from point A. कितना possible actual length object cover कर सकता है? That is your 14 kilometer. I hope children I am clear to you. Same thing is given here. The total distance traveled by the body, that is the distance covered from A to B, and then from distance plus distance covered by the body from B to C. So this is your distance covered by the object. Okay, that is your 14 kilometer. Now children, see same diagram they have made here also in your book also. I told you whenever these kinds of questions comes in your exam, you also make this. First of all, you make this direction symbol, that is north, south, east, west. So that will be easy. Suppose object was here, कहीं भी object है, it is saying west, तो west किधर है? इधर है, तो west इधर आप जाओगे. अगर एग्जाम में आ जाता है east, तो suppose initially object यहाँ है, तो east you will go here. Okay, north, तो north ऊपर, you will go here, and then you will join the third side and it will form a right angle triangle. Now children, here we have determined the distance traveled by the object. Yes, we have already determined the distance traveled by the object. Distance traveled by the object is the total length or the actual length that a object can cover. That is 8 plus 6 or 6 plus 8 kilometer. Okay, now we have to determine a next thing, that is your displacement. Now children, this is very important how to determine displacement, because here I am going to tell you something new, that is your new concept or new formula here you are going to apply. Now children, for you know what is displacement here. अगर हमें पॉइंट ए से पॉइंट सी पे जाना है, द शॉर्टेस्ट पॉसिबल डिस्टेंस, जो सबसे शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस होगा किसी भी दो पॉइंट में, दैट इज योर ए सी. यस और नो? ए सी मीन्स फ्रॉम डायरेक्शन ए टू सी. यस. Now these values were given in the question, but how can you determine the third side of a triangle? How can you determine the third side of a triangle? So for determining the third side of a triangle in a right angle triangle, अगर हमें right angle triangle में, this is your right angle triangle, that is your 90 degree triangle, तो right angle triangle में एक angle क्या होता है? 90 degree. और अगर हमें right angle triangle में if we need to determine the third side, then we have to apply a theorem, that is your Pythagoras theorem. Okay, this here from Pythagoras theorem, you are going to get one formula which you are going to apply here, that is your Pythagoras theorem. Okay, Pythagoras theorem you are going to apply here for determining the displacement or the third side in a right angle triangle. अगर आपको कोई भी तीसरी साइड निकालनी है right angle triangle में, the condition is that in a right angle triangle, this Pythagoras theorem is only applied in a right angle triangle. तो अगर if any two sides are given in the triangle and you need to determine the third side, any third side, then you need to apply Pythagoras theorem. Now before understanding Pythagoras theorem, let me tell you that how do we say perpendicular object on 90 degree. Suppose this is your straight line. Sorry. Okay, suppose this is your straight line. Okay, and if another straight line lies on the first straight line, so which angle it is forming? 90 degree. And this is known as the perpendicular also, that this line is perpendicular over another line. Okay, same thing is here like this. Yes. Okay, so before applying Pythagoras theorem, children, the line which is perpendicular, suppose BC is perpendicular on BA or AB, जो ये perpendicular और ये standing line होती है, this standing line, the standing line, this is known as your perpendicular. This is known, I'm writing the name here, this is known as your perpendicular. Okay, the standing line is known as your perpendicular. And ये line जिस पे stand करिए, this AB or BA line is your base. So this standing line is your perpendicular, this AB is your called your base, and the longest side of the triangle, that is the side which is opposite to perpendicular, is your hypotenuse. This is called your hypotenuse. Okay children, again I am repeating. राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल, दिस इज योर राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल. राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल क्या होता है, जिसमें एक एंगल क्या होता है, 90 डिग्री होता है. सपोज दिस योर ए बी सी इज योर राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल. तो द साइड विच इज परपेंडिकुलर, लाइक बी सी, यहाँ पर बी सी क्या है, परपेंडिकुलर है. परपेंडिकुलर मतलब इट इज 90 डिग्री है, किस पे है, ए बी पे है. सो दिस स्टैंडिंग स्ट्रेट लाइन इज कॉल्ड योर परपेंडिकुलर. इसको हम क्या कहते हैं, परपेंडिकुलर. ओके, now the line which is perpendicular on another line, that is your sleeping line, is called your base. This is called your base. And the longest side, इस triangle में सबसे longest side कौन सी है, AC है. This is called your hypotenuse. 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 Okay. This is known as your hypotenuse. Hypotenuse side जो होती है वो longest side होती है, और वो perpendicular side के opposite वाली side होती है. देखो, परपेंडिकुलर के ऑपोजिट कौन सी साइड है, हाइपोटेन्यूज. परपेंडिकुलर के ऑपोजिट हाइपोटेन्यूज. सो देयर आर 3 साइड्स, परपेंडिकुलर, बेस, हाइपोटेन्यूज. आई सपोज चिल्ड्रन आई एम क्लियर टू यू. ये सारी बात हो रही है डिस्प्लेसमेंट निकालने की. सिंस यू आर नॉट नोइंग दिस कॉन्सेप्ट, सो आई एम टेलिंग यू इन डिटेल. ओके, फॉर फाइंडिंग डिस्प्लेसमेंट, डिस्टेंस निकालना तो इट इज वेरी इजी, यू जस्ट एड द एक्चुअल लेंथ. ओके, now which is the formula which you have to apply under Pythagoras theorem is hypotenuse. Which is that formula? Hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Just do remember this formula. I told you the standing side in a right angle triangle is your perpendicular, this side which is opposite to perpendicular is your hypotenuse, and the sleeping line is your base. Okay, so what is the formula? Hypotenuse square, ये जो ऊपर लगी है ये पावर लगी है. Hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay, this is the formula which you have to apply. Do note it somewhere. Hypotenuse square, this is your hypotenuse, this is your perpendicular, and this third side is your base. So hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. I suppose children I am clear to you. Okay, now children, as you know the formula that hypotenuse square is equals to, this is your hypotenuse, this is your perpendicular, this is your base. Hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular, hypotenuse, base. Hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay, now suppose what is the here displacement is your AC. AC आपका क्या है, डिस्प्लेसमेंट है, एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट का दूसरा नाम यहाँ पर क्या है, हाइपोटेन्यूज. तो हाइपोटेन्यूज स्क्वायर की जगह हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, AC स्क्वायर. यस, एंड विच इज योर परपेंडिकुलर. परपेंडिकुलर क्या दिया हुआ है, BC स्क्वायर. what is the perpendicular given here, BC square plus what is the base given here, AB square. Yes or no children? Yes, I told you the formula, hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. So hypotenuse तो मतलब आपको A से C तक का डिस्प्लेसमेंट निकालना है. Yes, A से C तक का डिस्प्लेसमेंट निकालना है. सो आपका AC क्या हो गया, हाइपोटेन्यूज मीन्स AC स्क्वायर, फिर परपेंडिकुलर स्क्वायर कितना हो गया आपका, दैट इज योर BC स्क्वायर प्लस बेस कितना हो गया आपका, AB स्क्वायर. यस, ओके. नाउ what is the value of AC you need to find out. AC square is equals to what is the BC given, 8 square, okay, plus what is AB given, 6 square. Now children, same thing is given here in your example also. See, AC is equals to, AC is your hypotenuse, this is your hypotenuse, is equals to AB square. Here I told you formula, hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square, or even you can write base square plus, or you can write hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square, anything you can write. So AC is equals to, or hypotenuse is equals to AC square, sorry, hypotenuse square means AC square, AC square is equals to, what is your perpendicular? BC square plus AB square. Okay, what is the formula? Hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Even you can write hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. Both are correct. Now AC square is equals to, what is the value of BC? 8 square plus, what is the value of AB? 6 square. Yes? That is AC square is equals to, परपेंडिकुलर की वैल्यू कितनी हो गई? 8 स्क्वायर प्लस बेस की वैल्यू कितनी हो गई? 6 स्क्वायर. नाउ AC स्क्वायर इज इक्वल्स टू 8 स्क्वायर मतलब 8 इंटू 8. ओके, 8 स्क्वायर मीन्स 8 इंटू 8 प्लस, और 6 स्क्वायर मीन्स 6 इंटू 6. नाउ व्हाट इज 8 इंटू 8? 8 8 जा 64 and 6 into 6 is your 36. Okay, and AC square is equals to 64 plus 36. Okay, means you have got AC square is equals to 64 plus 36. Now what is 64 plus 36? 64 plus 36, 6 plus 4 10, 100. That is AC square is equals to 100. Yes, लेकिन अभी भी आपकी AC की वैल्यू नहीं आई है, डिस्प्लेसमेंट की वैल्यू नहीं आई. AC इज योर डिस्प्लेसमेंट. अभी यहाँ पर वैल्यू किसकी दी है? AC स्क्वायर की दी है. मीन्स पहले आपको AC के ऊपर से ये स्क्वायर हटाना होगा. सो चिल्ड्रन रिमेंबर दैट वेन एवर दिस स्क्वायर इट इज गिवन AC स्क्वायर इज इक्वल्स टू 100. तो अगर आपको ये स्क्वायर हटाना होगा, सो दिस स्क्वायर विल गो टू अनदर साइड and it will form AC is equals to under root 100. ओके, जब ये स्क्वायर दूसरी साइड जाएगा यहाँ पर, क्योंकि आपको AC की वैल्यू निकालनी है. यहाँ तक आपकी जो वैल्यू आई थी इट वॉज ऑफ AC स्क्वायर. मीन्स अभी आप यू हैव नॉट गॉट द वैल्यू ऑफ AC. यहाँ से आपको स्क्वायर हटाना है. तो व्हेन दिस स्क्वायर विल गो ऑन दैट साइड, ओके, दिस स्क्वायर विल गो ऑन दिस साइड. ओके, सो इट विल फॉर्म दिस अंडर रूट. This under root or square root, under root 100 means AC is equals to under root 100. In your book it is given too short, you can note down my steps which I am doing. Okay, so AC is equals to under root 100. मैंने क्या बताया है कि आपकी वैल्यू आई थी AC स्क्वायर इज इक्वल्स टू 100 आई थी. तो अगर आपको ये स्क्वायर हटाना है, स्क्वायर दूसरी साइड जाएगा तो इट विल फॉर्म, जब ये स्क्वायर इधर जाएगा तो ये हो जाएगा अंडर रूट. दिस इज अ सिंबल ऑफ अंडर रूट और स्क्वायर रूट 100. ओके, नाउ हाउ टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ अंडर रूट और स्क्वायर रूट 100 का? यू नीड टू फाइंड एलसीएम. ओके, you need to find the LCM of, you have got AC is equals to under root 100. तो 100 का LCM आप निकालेंगे. Okay, what will be the LCM of 100? 2 50 2 25 za 5 5 za 5 1 za. Okay, now AC is equals to under root, what all are the factors of 100? Prime factors 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. Now children, one more thing, remember that हमको मिल गया है AC is equals to under root 100. We have find, अगर हमें ये अंडर रूट को हम स्क्वायर रूट भी कहते हैं. अगर हमें अंडर रूट 100 की वैल्यू चाहिए तो 100 का हम LCM निकालेंगे. सो LCM निकाल के जो हमारे प्राइम फैक्टर्स आए 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. Yes. Now in finding, either we are finding under root or square root. Under root और square root same होता है. Okay, this you will study in maths also. So now we will in square root और under root जब भी हम निकालते हैं तो फैक्टर लिखने के बाद we make a pair. Like यहाँ पर 2 2 का एक पेयर बन गया, 5 5 का एक पेयर बन गया. अब जो नेक्स्ट स्टेप होगा, if we want to solve this सिंबल ऑफ अंडर रूट. तो पेयर बनाने के बाद फ्रॉम एवरी पेयर यू विल टेक वन वैल्यू. जैसे यहाँ पर एक 2 का एक पेयर है, तो यहाँ से आपने एक 2 ले लिया, और यहाँ पर 5 का एक पेयर है, यहाँ पर आपने एक 5 ले लिया. नाउ दिस अंडर रूट हट जाएगा, अंडर रूट विल बी रिमूव एंड योर आंसर विल बी 10. आई सपोज चिल्ड्रन आई एम क्लियर टू यू. ओके, ठीक है. सेम थिंग इज गिवन हेयर. सी इन योर एग्जाम्पल ऑल्सो. डिस्प्लेसमेंट AC इज इक्वल्स टू अंडर रूट. अभी मैंने बताया फॉर्मूला, हाइपोटेन्यूज स्क्वायर इज इक्वल्स टू परपेंडिकुलर स्क्वायर प्लस बेस स्क्वायर, और यू कैन राइट हाइपोटेन्यूज और हाइपोटेन्यूज स्क्वायर इज इक्वल्स टू बेस स्क्वायर प्लस परपेंडिकुलर स्क्वायर. तो यहां पर आपका जो हाइपोटेन्यूज है, ये आपका हाइपोटेन्यूज है, ये परपेंडिकुलर, एंड दिस इज योर बेस. सो हाइपोटेन्यूज इज नथिंग बट इज योर AC. सो AC यहाँ पर इन्होंने AC इसको डायरेक्टली सॉल्व कर दिया है, पहले ही इसको हटा दिया है. दैट इज दे हैव डन लाइक दिस. आई टोल्ड यू हाइपोटेन्यूज स्क्वायर इज इक्वल्स टू परपेंडिकुलर स्क्वायर प्लस बेस स्क्वायर. ओके, सो हाइपोटेन्यूज इज योर AC स्क्वायर इज इक्वल्स टू व्हाट इज योर बेस और परपेंडिकुलर BC स्क्वायर प्लस AB स्क्वायर. नाउ दे हैव डायरेक्टली रिमूव. यहां से मैंने अभी बताया कि जब हम स्क्वायर को दूसरे साइड ले जाएंगे तो इट विल फॉर्म अंडर रूट. मैंने आपको जो सॉल्व करके बताया वो पहले ऐड करके इसको पूरी वैल्यू को सॉल्व करके, एंड दिस आई एम टेलिंग यू अकॉर्डिंग टू योर बुक. सो ये स्क्वायर उधर जाएगा तो अगेन इट विल फॉर्म अंडर रूट BC स्क्वायर प्लस AB स्क्वायर. अब दे हैव डन डायरेक्टली हियर. BC की वैल्यू 8 स्क्वायर, AB की वैल्यू 6 स्क्वायर, and then they have solved it. Children, the first way which I have told you, that is quite easy. Try to copy those steps and solve it. Okay, and again if you have problem I'll tell you. Okay, so हमारी जो displacement की value आ गई, that is your 10 kilometer. So the displacement is how much? 10 kilometer. Displacement कितना आ रहा है? 10 kilometer. Do remember this formula in this thing. Hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square, या base square you can also write base square plus perpendicular square. फिर जो hypotenuse था यहाँ पर क्या था? AC square is equals to what was the perpendicular? BC square plus और AB base कितना था आपका? That is your AB square. ना AC square की आप वैल्यू निकाल रहे हैं. BC square मतलब 8 square plus AB कितना हो गया? 6 square. 8 square means 8 into 8 64, and 6 square means 6 into 6 36. यहाँ पर हो गया AC square. Now when you will add both the things you will get 100. So AC square is equals to 100. फिर मैंने क्या बताया आपको? AC is equals to, जब ये स्क्वायर उस दूसरे साइड जाएगा तो इट विल फॉर्म अंडर रूट 100. Then you will find the LCM of 100. You'll write the factors 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. You'll make the pair of 1 pair, same number का 2 का एक पेयर, 5 का एक पेयर. और जब आप पेयर से वैल्यू बाहर निकालेंगे तो ये अंडर रूट हट जाएगा, तो वैल्यू हो जाएगी AC is equals to 2 into 5, that is 10. And this is your displacement. I suppose children I am clear to you. Do note these steps which I have told you on this screen. Okay. Now, so the distance covered was the 14 kilometer and displacement was 10 kilometer. Now, coming to next topic, scalar and vector quantity. Now, scalar and vector quantity, a physical quantity that can be described only by its magnitude or numerical value, is called scalar quantity. So, children, this topic is also very important. Scalar quantity में we require only magnitude or numerical value. We does not require direction. The very first example is your distance. Yes or no? Distance में हमें क्या चाहिए था? केवल हमें लेंथ की वैल्यू चाहिए थे. We were not requiring the direction. So those quantity which require only numerical value are known as your scalar quantity. These scalar quantity do not require any direction. Here distance is the example of the scalar quantity, that is the total length covered by the body. Same way other examples are also there. Do learn these example like your time, temperature, mass, speed, density, area, volume, work and energy. Do we say, if I say what is the time, so you will say 6 p.m. So are you going to say 6 p.m. east, 6 p.m. west? Do you say like this? Or if I say what is the mass of the body, so are you going to say 42 kg north, 42 kg west? No. So these are few quantities in which we do not require direction, and these quantities are known as your scalar quantity. Here we only require magnitude or numerical value. Now children, coming to another quantity, that is your vector quantity. In vector quantity we require both magnitude and direction. Scalar में we require only magnitude. स्केलर में हमें केवल मैग्नीट्यूड चाहिए होता है, और वेक्टर क्वांटिटी में वी रिक्वायर बोथ मैग्नीट्यूड प्लस डायरेक्शन. लाइक योर एग्जांपल फॉर वेक्टर क्वांटिटी इज योर डिस्प्लेसमेंट. डिस्प्लेसमेंट में हमें क्या चाहिए होता है? आई टोल्ड यू इन अ फिक्स डायरेक्शन, like from A to C, so we require direction also. Like here examples are given of force, weight, acceleration, velocity. So here we require a direction also. Like if I say suppose here box is kept and you are applying a force of 10 Newton on this box. Okay, 10 Newton, Newton is the unit for the force. You are applying the force of 10 Newton. So this force, if you are applying on this box, so this box will move in this direction or not? So is it taking place, this moment is taking place in a specific direction? Yes. So it means in vector quantity हमें direction चाहिए होता है, उसके साथ साथ magnitude या numerical value भी चाहिए होता है. And in scalar quantity we require only numerical value. Children, do learn the examples also. Okay. So I hope children I am clear to you. Now speed I have already explained you in previous topic. Okay. Speed, that is the distance traveled by a body in unit time. In unit time means in every unit of time. Okay, the distance traveled by a body in every unit of time. If I say that the speed, this I have children already explained you. If I say that the speed of the body is 40 km per hour, so it means the body is covering 42 km in every 1 hour. Body is covering 42 km in every 1 hour. That is the reason for the definition of speed is given, that the distance traveled by a object in unit time. Unit time means in every per unit time. हर एक unit time में जो भी distance travel करेगा, that is known as your speed. SI unit you already know, meter per second. And for larger distance, like suppose you have to measure the speed from Delhi to Mumbai, for larger distance we take kilometer per hour. Now children, speed is your scalar quantity because it does not require any specific direction. When you say that the speed of the body is 52 km per hour, so do you mention the direction also? It is just a value, numerical value. So it means that speed also does not require any direction and it is your scalar quantity. So two quantities are there, scalar and vector. Scalar quantity mein you only require numerical value, and vector quantity mein you require numerical as well as the direction also. And what is the formula for the speed? Speed is equals to distance upon time. Speed is equals to distance upon time. That is, the speed is represented by small v, distance small s, time small t. So I hope children, speed is equals to, that is v is equals to s upon t. Okay. So I think I am clear. Now uniform speed and non-uniform speed. Same way as I have already explained you. Uniform speed, when a object covers equal distances in equal interval of time. So it is said to be a uniform speed. Suppose if an I will explain you this with an example. If an ant moves a distance of 1 centimeter in every second, so it has a uniform speed 1 centimeter per second. Suppose children, the speed of the ant is given as 1 centimeter per second. So it means the ant is covering every 1 centimeter in 1 second. So here every 1 centimeter in 1 second means an object is covering equal distances in equal interval of time, and that is known as your uniform speed. Okay children. Now what is non-uniform or variable speed? Non-uniform and variable speed, if an object covers unequal distances in equal interval of time. Suppose again here example is given, that if an ant moves a distance of 1 centimeter in 1 second and distance of 1.5 centimeter in another second. Suppose there is an ant, it moves 1 centimeter in 1 second, then 1.5 centimeter in 1 second, then 1.4 centimeter in another 1 second. So here the object, or sorry, ant is doing what? It is covering equal distances in unequal distances in equal interval of time. So I suppose children I am clear to you. When an object covers unequal distances in equal interval of time, it is said to be non-uniform or variable speed. And when an object covers equal distances in equal interval of time, it is said to be a uniform speed. Now coming to next topic, children, average speed. Now what is average speed? Now average speed, children, suppose you are moving with your car and you are moving on crowded road. The road is very traffic full road you are moving. So at that time, if I ask you what was the speed of your object, so you will say sometime your speed may be 40 km per hour. You applied a brake. Sometime it may be 50 km. Sometime maybe 20 km. Like that means you have a different speeds. So in that case, if anybody asks you about the speed of your vehicle, so in that case you are not going to say individual speed. In that case you are going to tell average speed, because you have not any fixed speed was there. Crowded road thi, bheed bhaad thi. Sometimes you slowed down. Sometimes you move fast. So in that case you were having a variable speeds. Kai sari speed thi when you were moving with your car. So in that case, if somebody asks you what was the speed, so your speed, you will not say my speed was at first it was 50 km per hour, then it was 40 km, then was 20. You can't say like this. In that case, we give the term average speed. So in average speed means you will give the average means a value which is approx value, means the value of your speed was something between that. Okay, approx value. So average speed is the total distance traveled to the total time taken. Average speed, SAV, average speed is the total distance traveled upon total time. तो जब crowded road की बात होती है, अगर उस time आपसे speed पूछी जाए तो that time we give the average speed. And average speed में what is the formula? Total distance traveled. Whatever will be the total distance traveled, you will add all the distances upon total time taken. Generally the formula for speed is what? Speed V is equals to distance S upon time. लेकिन एवरेज स्पीड में क्या आ जाता है? टोटल डिस्टेंसेस, जितना टोटल डिस्टेंस आपने ट्रेवल किया अपॉन टोटल टाइम. चिल्ड्रन डू रिमेंबर, ये फॉर्मूला एग्जाम में भी आता है एंड डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू राइट दिस टोटल. सो एवरेज स्पीड इज इक्वल्स टू टोटल डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड अपॉन टोटल टाइम टेकन. Okay children, now here few numericals are given. These are very easy. I have already explained you in previous chapter. I am going to explain you numerical of average speed here. That is example number 5. Now here it is given a train covers first 30 kilometer of the journey. A train covers first 30 kilometer of its journey in 20 meter. Then 20 minute. The next 50 kilometer in another 20 minute. Then last 20 kilometer in 10 minutes. Calculate the average speed of the train. Now you can see here so many distances are given. A train covers so many distances. Okay. And so many this time is also given. And here you have to calculate the average speed. You know the formula, average speed formula. Average speed is equals to total distance covered upon total time taken. So how many are the total distances? 30 kilometer, 50 kilometer, 20, that is 100 kilometer. And total time 20, 20 and 10, that is 50 minutes. Okay. So one more thing here they have done. Since you are, that train covers a larger distance. So here you require your unit like kilometer per hour and your time is given in minutes. So for converting, after adding, you got 50 minutes. Now for converting minutes into hour, it has been divided by 60. Since you know that 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. So 1 minute is equals to 1 upon 60 hour. Means अगर आपको hours minute से hour में जाना है तो you need to divide by 60. because you know train covers larger distance, you require unit like kilometer per hour, not kilometer पर मिनट. किलोमीटर पर मिनट में नहीं चाहिए हमें, इसीलिए यहाँ पर 60 से डिवाइड किया गया. ना एवरेज स्पीड SAV इज इक्वल्स टू टोटल डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड अपॉन टोटल टाइम. दैट इज व्हाट इज द SAV? SAV is equals to total distance. What is the total distance? 100 kilometer upon total time 5 by 6 hour. Okay, now we can write like this: 100 kilometer divided by 5 by 6 hour. Yes. Now 100 kilometer divided by 5 by 6 hour. 100 kilometer, you know, when division is changed into multiplication, reciprocation takes place. 6 upon 5 hour. Yes. Now 5 ones are 5 20s are, that is 20 into 6, that is 120 kilometer. अब नीचे r है तो upon r, that is your answer is 120 kilometer per hour. Okay. See, average speed is equals to total distance traveled upon total time. 100 kilometer upon 5 by 6. तो 100 kilometer अपॉन 5 by 6 आर लिखा हुआ है. इसको हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं 100 किलोमीटर. बेटा आप लोग भी ऐसे ही लिखिएगा बिकॉज इट इज इजी टू सॉल्व. डिवाइडेड, दिस डिविजन बार चेंजेस इनटू डिविजन साइन. 5 by 6 आर. नाउ 100 किलोमीटर, डिविजन विल चेंज इनटू मल्टीप्लीकेशन, यू नो, टू सॉल्व. तो 6 ऊपर चला जाएगा, 5 आर अपॉन नीचे, एंड देन यू कैंसिल इट एंड यू विल गेट द एवरेज स्पीड ऑफ द ट्रेन. So I hope children I'm clear to you. If you have any doubt, do comment me. Okay. So thank you class.